Everybody, so what we need for our bangle is some black polymer clear rolled out on the thickest setting, some red polymer clear rolled out on the second one down. This clear is actually Femo Effects, no it's not, it's Premo Effects. It's very good, if you can see there's a little bit of glitter in there, and the black is just black. You'll need a plain bangle blank. This is quite a thick one, it's 2 inches thick. A stamp. This one's from Be Crafty and it's a heartbeat stamp. And that is just about it for the moment. So first things first, I'm gonna wrap the bangle blank. Now, you tend to find the Premo Effect, the glittery ones are a little bit dry. That doesn't matter, it doesn't make any difference at all. Just go around. And these are probably the worst two colours for colour transfer, so just remember, if you've used your pasta machine or anything else, to make sure you wipe them really well, because it will be everywhere. It stains your hands, everything. Because it's a little bit crumbly as well, it tends to go everywhere. But it is well conditioned, I have conditioned it properly. But it just, this clear tends to be a little bit crumbly. I think it's because of the glitter. You can use normal red clear, you can use any colour you want. This is just an idea I've got in my head, and I really need to do it, so I thought I'd film myself making it. So there you go. So we'll leave that for the moment. We'll get rid of all of this red clear, this red crumbly clear. And that's so you can stick them to your acrylic block. We're not going to use them with an acrylic block today, but what you need to do is get a nice fresh juicy baby wipe and wipe the side that you're going to be using, because you don't want it to stick to your polymer clear. Wipe the other side as well, just so it doesn't stick to everything. It's designed to stick, that's the job, but not today. So what you're going to do is try and line this up into there. You can actually see the pattern better now. Line that up into the middle edge. Is I'm going to press it with my fingers, because what I got before was a double layer. The problem is it's really sticky, because it's meant to stick on an acrylic block. So this should be better. Now what you don't want to do is press around the edge, because you don't want this outline. You only want, you can actually see when you're pressing it, if it's gone through, you want it nice and deep, because we're going to add something in this once we're done. So there you go, peel that off. That's better, that's exactly how I wanted it. Make sure you clean your polymer clear stamps. I don't know how these will react with clear, so I clean them off really well. I'm using a baby wipe for now, but what I will do is get some warm soapy water and a nail brush later. So what we need to do now is line this up. Now give yourself a rough idea where the edge of the bracelet is, so that should do it. And you want to line this up so this pattern is in the middle of your bangle. It doesn't have to be perfect, because at the end of the day, nothing's ever perfect anyway. So, I'm going to make sure both clears are really well adhered to each other. Do the same again. We're going to cut this edge. Right, and smooth all these fingerprints out when you're done, but you're fine because you've got this bangle blank underneath. It's really easy to hold it. That's it. So, nice clean baby wipe again. Clean up your area because it stops you getting a mess everywhere. Keeps your fingers clean. So what I want to do is round these edges off. How can you see? I'm just going around with my thumb. Wet my hands with the baby wipe so the clear doesn't stick, because I've conditioned the clear really well. It's nice and warm. So you get a nice smooth finish, and see there where I put my line. Now it's a little bit out, so we'll use a silicone tool or the baby wipe just to smooth that line away, so you don't want it. Smooth around the edges with your fingers. To be honest, I've kind of got used to the fact that everything will have my fingerprints on, so if I committed a murder, they'd have my fingerprints, because they'll be on every bracelet, every pair of earrings I've ever made. Just keep messing around with this till you get it exactly how you want it. To be truthful, I want to try and cover all this red up here. I've got a tiny little bit of red there as well. So I'm just going around and I'm just rolling that so I can hide that red. I really, really want to hide it, so it's a nice surprise on the inside of the bangle. Just keep cleaning up after yourself. You see the clear, it'll just rub off. So just keep rolling around. Because all you're doing is just gives you the nice finished effect. Now, my wrists are really slim, little spuggy wrists, tiny little slim wrists. So, for these bangles, you need to add some fastenings or findings. I haven't quite decided. I think this might look nice with a lace fastener, black lace fastener or red lace fastener. We'll decide that later once it's baked. And just go around and get rid of all those edges. So there you go. You can just see the pattern. But that's all we need to be able to do. What I am going to do is go around and smooth out the outline of the stamp. So if you just go around with your hand so gently, you can still see the pattern, but we want rid of that indent. Make sure it's nice and smooth. So there you go, I can't see any of the red. Smooth these edges. If you've wet your hand or the clear with a baby wipe and just go around. You can sort out any of those problems. Now, don't be tight with your clear, because you really don't want all of this hard work to snap. So use plenty of clear, like I say. You want it on the thickest setting for your first piece, and I'll do the second one on number 2. So far my bangles have been okay. Each clear is different, it's trial and error. People have different opinions on different clears, so it really is up to you. Just don't be greedy with your clear. At the end of the day, it's a piece of plastic and we're either what, £2. Tidiest workers ever, and then there's me. But hey, this is how I work, so you may as well see it. Now I'm going to use some silver fastenings, and I'm going to use 4. No, I'm not. I'm going to use 6 actually. Like I said, don't be tight. Don't, for the sake of a few p, don't be tight. Because at the end of the day, you're going to ruin something for the sake of a few pennies. If you sell them, that's great. If you don't sell them, what's the point making something if it's going to be fragile and you can't use it? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my calf knife and a pair of tweezers. Now I'm going to put a little split in there. Where I want these, let me see. Don't do too close to the edge. I don't know if you can hear that bleeping. I think it's somebody reversing somewhere outside. I live on a main street, so it tends to be really noisy. So what you need to do, I don't know if you can see, use the open end of your jump ring and push that inside that little gap you've made. We'll do this for all of them. Like I say, put that open part of the jump ring inside so you don't see it. And it'll just make everything a little bit strong so nothing's slipping out. Now, what I usually use is a silicone tool, and I press that down. It's all about if you keep the clear warm. Sorry, disorganised as well. Keep the clear warm, and you want to go inside and hide that little split you've made. Hand again if you wet your silicone tool, because the clear is really soft, because you've conditioned it really well. Just get in there with your silicone tool and close that up. You want to really need that gap to be closed up. Inside you can use your knife to get in there. Anything that can get in that little gap and smooth it out, you really need to close that, because you want this to be really secure. Always go back in and tidy up after yourself as well. I mean, on the clear. Like I say, I'm not the one for tidying up myself. It's just nicer to have nicer findings. You could use copper findings, you can use any findings you like. I just like to use at least silver plated, and they're not expensive, because it's a case of not being too tight when you're making things. Just rubbing around and smoothing out any rough bumps, lumps and bumps, because that's the thing, when the clear's thick like this and it's warm and you're touching it all the time, smooth out those. What I have to do as well to keep a conscious effort of not sticking my fingernails and everything. I just want to have nice fingernails, but I want to clear as well. I work in kennels, so why I want nice fingernails is beyond me. The dogs and cats don't really care. If anybody doesn't know, I'm an animal welfare officer at Gatwick Airport, so it is the best job in the world. I love it. So there you go, I don't know, can you see? Both sides. So now I'm going to pop this in the oven. I'm going to completely bake it, not par bake it. I'm going to completely bake this. And then we're going to come back and we're going to add something to that pattern. Hi everybody, I'm back. This is actually the next day, but as you can see, there you go. I've finished. It's out of the oven, it's cooled, but that's a little bit boring. I'm just leaving the metal blank in there for the moment. So I need to take it out. Oops. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of glitter to this. So this is a red, almost holographic glitter. Highly, highly shiny. It's cosmetic grade, it's nice and fine. It's from my friend's company, Glitter Magic, and if you want it, the colour is 127. She has the most amazing amounts of glitter, all ultra fine and so many different colours. You won't believe it, and it's all really fine. It loves to work with polymer clear. It's great in resin because it floats, it doesn't sink, so you can mix it in. You can mix the tiniest amounts of resin, and it looks beautiful. So I'm also going to use Sharon's glue, which comes in a tube like this. You can write with it. It goes on fabric, it goes on glass, wood, you name it. She designed it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add this tiny little tip, precision tip on the ends. There you go. Always do a tester. Get the feel of it. You can see it comes out nice and fine. So what we're going to do is we are going to infill this shape, and it's nice and indented so you can see where you're going. And we're only going to do a little bit at a time because obviously the glue's great but it will run. So what we'll just follow those indentations. Be patient, it's a little bit fiddly, but glitter hides a multitude of sins too. And see where we're going with this. Right, so what we're going to do now is open this. I always keep my glitter in the bags. Sharon does sell little jars. I just prefer to keep it in the bags. It takes up less room. And to be honest, bags that big, you get more than one jar full in the bag. So there we go. Just make sure you get the whole lot covered. Always work on a piece of paper. And whatever you do, don't blow it. Right, now as you can see, there's a little bit of glitter on the polymer clear. That's not on the glue. We're going to wait till that dries completely. As you can see, look, it's coming off the metal already. So we're going to keep going. Do not blow. It's very tempting to blow. Don't blow when you've got loose glitter everywhere. So we're going to leave that for the moment till it dries. And I'll be back. So I'll probably take the dog for a walk. But as you can see, oh my dears, how pretty is that? Like, see, I don't want to get that metal blank out because we'll do the reveal at the very end. So I'm going to leave this to dry. The glue itself, I would recommend just using Sharon's glue with the glitter, just because it works on so many surfaces. You don't have to buy, oh, look at that, stuck my finger in it. This is why you leave it to dry and don't mess around with it. It works on so many surfaces, you don't have to buy lots of different kinds of glue to do different jobs. With this glue and glitter as well, it's heat resistant, so you can put it on fabric and heat set it, and you can have, sorry, I'm not good at talking and concentrating. So you can put it on fabric, heat set it, and then you can have personalised t-shirts for kids. Oh, I've done it again, seriously. Don't just leave it, you don't have to brush the glitter off till it's dry, and then it will come off nice and tidily. But I'm impatient. So anyway, we're going to leave that there before I keep rambling on and stick my fingers in it, and we'll come back when it's dry. So I'll see you soon. It isn't really that porous, so still be gentle. But look at this, this is absolutely beautiful. So all I'm doing is brushing any excess glitter off with a little fan brush. You can use your hands, it doesn't really matter. So there we go, look at that. Oh my dears, isn't that beautiful? So let's have a look at the inside. So like I said, this is just sliding out. So look, nice red inside. It's got a little bit of glitter in that. It is a little bit shiny. It has shiny spots from the inside of from using the metal blank. I don't think it matters too much because it's the inside of the bangle, but if you like to make sure things are finished off properly, then I would probably just give it a sand with a very, very light sandpaper. Probably the highest grade from the Scorpy set. Now, there's a few tiny little rough edges on the inside of here where I've squashed everything together. So I'm just going to take my craft knife and just smooth them off. There's no point in messing around too much because it's only a tiny little bit. So there we go, look how totally cute is that. So put it on this, I absolutely love it. I probably could have used black findings, but I don't think it really matters. You've got a little bit of give with this to get your hand in and out, but enough, it's tight enough to keep it on. I just love it. Look how sparkly that is. I'll put the links for the glitter and for the stamp. Obviously, you'll know where to buy Fimo, Primo. You can do this in any colour you want. It's not perfect, but as you can see, it's nice and strong. You've got a little bit of give in there. People who say bangles aren't strong enough. But wow, that turned out better than I thought. So, if you would like to see more bangle tutorials, because I've got lots of ideas, just let me know. And if you would possibly press like and subscribe, it'll make my day for my tiny little channel. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye bye.